Greetings, my friends. This is Celeria Rosenkreuz, and on this episode of the Chronological Quran, episode 13, we shall begin with laying some groundwork for our study of Surah 73. This surah, known in Arabic as al-Muzzammil, is considered the third in the traditional chronology of the Quran, and immediately precedes Surah 74, the cloaked one, or al-Muddaththir, both in the chronology I'm working with and in the Quran as it is organized right now. As noted previously, however, Ibn Kathir is of the opinion that Surah 74 comes before Surah 73, and was the second surah overall, using Sahih Muslim and Sahih al-Bukhari as witnesses to this. As such, it only makes sense to go to Ibn Kathir's tafsir and read the commentary on chapter 74, where he relates the lines that explain this matter and his opinion on it. A heading appears at the beginning of this section, the first ayat to be revealed after read. It has been confirmed in the Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, on the authority of Abu Salama, that Jabir bin Abdullah informed him that he heard the Messenger of Allah speaking about the time period or the pause in Revelation. The Prophet said, "While I was walking, I heard a voice from the sky, and so I lifted my gaze towards the sky and saw the same angel who had come to me at the cave of Hira. He was sitting on a chair between the sky and the earth. So I fled from him in fear until I fell down to the ground. And then I went to my family and said, 'Wrap me up, wrap me up!' And so they wrapped me up. So Allah revealed, 'Oh, you wrapped up, arise and warn, and keep away.'" Here, Abu Salama added, "Arush" means idols. After this, the revelation started coming strongly and in succession. This is the wording of al-Bukhari. The way this hadith is narrated necessitates that revelation had descended before this. This is due to the Prophet's statement, "The same angel who had come to me at the cave of Hira." That angel was Jibreel, who came to him with Allah's statement, "Read, in the name of your Lord who has created. He who has created man from a clot. Read, and your Lord is most generous. Who has taught by the pen, he has taught man that which he knew not." After this first occurrence in the cave, there was a period of time that passed, and then the angel descended again. Imam Ahmad recorded from Abu Salama bin Abdurrahman that Jabir bin Abdullah informed him that he had heard the Messenger of Allah saying, "Then the revelation ceased coming to me for a period of time. Then, while I was walking, I heard a voice from the sky. So I lifted my gaze towards the sky to see the same angel who had come to me sitting on a chair between the sky and the earth. And so I fled from him a short distance before I fell to the ground. Then I came to my family and said to them, 'Wrap me up, wrap me up!' And so they wrapped me up. Then Allah revealed, 'Oh, you wrapped up, arise and warn, and magnify your Lord, and purify your garments, and keep away from the arushs.' After this, the revelation started coming strongly and frequently in succession. They both, al-Bukhari and Muslim, recorded this hadith by way of Azuri. At-Tabarani recorded from Ibn Abbas that he said, 'Verily al-Walid bin al-Mughira prepared some food for the Quraysh. So when they had eaten from it, he said, "What do you have to say about this man?" And some said of him, "He is a magician." Others said he is not a magician. Then some said he is a soothsayer, but others said he is not a soothsayer. And some of them said he is a poet, but others said he is not a poet. Some of them said, "This is magic from that of old." Thus, they eventually all agreed that it was magic from ancient times. Then, when this news reached the Prophet, he became grieved, covered his head, and wrapped himself up. "O you enveloped in garments, arise and warn, and magnify your Lord Allah, and purify your garments, and keep away from arushs, the idols, and give not a thing in order to have more, or consider not your deeds of obedience to Allah as a favor to him. And be patient for the sake of your Lord. i.e., perform your duties to Allah. Concerning Allah's statement, arise and warn, it means prepare to go forth with zeal and warn the people. With this, the Prophet obtained messengership, just as he obtained prophethood with the first revelation. Now, his evidence is not completely solid, as it is only clear that the revelation had come before at least once, and that it must have been very early in Muhammad's career, given his reaction to the vision of an angel he is reported as seeing in the hadith in question, and that the leadership of Mecca apparently did not know who Muhammad was at the time. And as such, he may well indeed have not have been preaching publicly before then. It is strong enough that this alternate narrative remains worthy of keeping in mind and laying out before we proceed to the actual introductory narrative of the surah we are about to study. This has been Celeria Rosenkreuz, and I thank you for listening to this spiel. At the very least, I think it's nice to set things up before we actually continue to the passages of each surah. Having an introduction is a useful thing, no? Context continues to be very important. Regardless, farewell. Until next, my words greet your ears.